Welcome to One Week One Listed Company. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story that starts in South Africa and expands across the globe, shaping digital markets from continent to continent. This is Naspers, a media company that transformed into a tech investor and is now a global internet powerhouse. Naspers began its journey as a media and publishing firm in South Africa. But over the years, it evolved into something much bigger. A global consumer internet group and a savvy investment powerhouse. Through its international arm, Prosus, Naspers invests in and operates businesses in a whole range of sectors. We're talking e-commerce and online marketplaces, classifieds and ad listings, fintech and digital payments, food delivery, and even online education. This incredible diversification across different industries and geographies gives Naspers a truly unique global reach, with a presence from Latin America to Europe, India, and other fast-growing emerging markets. At its core, Naspers is all about building scalable platform businesses. How do they do it? They leverage a powerful tech stack. This includes marketplace software and sophisticated logistics systems, digital payment infrastructure and fintech rails, and data-driven user platforms for classifieds, e-commerce, and delivery. They also heavily utilize AI and tech innovation to optimize everything from matching supply and demand to pricing, logistics, and the overall user experience. This robust tech backbone is what allows Naspers to compete on a global scale, adapt quickly to market changes, and scale its operations efficiently across different countries. Now, let's look at the numbers and see what they tell us about Naspers' recent performance. First, a quick snapshot of their 2024 fiscal year. Consolidated revenue from their continuing operations was about $6.4 billion. At that time, their e-commerce portfolio was already showing signs of improvement. Trading losses were narrowing, and there was clear momentum toward achieving profitability. Fast forward to the 2025 results, and the story gets even more impressive. For the ending March 31, 2025, group revenue grew by about 20%. Rising from that $6.4 billion to $7.2 billion. The company swung from an operating loss of $562 million in fiscal year 2024 to an operating profit of $124 million in 2025. That is a massive shift. Let's break down the e-commerce portfolio specifically. Its revenue reached $7 billion, and its adjusted earnings before interest and taxes, or EBIT, soared. Reports show it was up to $430 million, which is roughly an 18 times improvement compared to the previous year. Another key metric, core headline earnings, which is a key after-tax profitability measure, rose by about 46% year-on-year to $3.1 billion. On top of all this, their free cash flow, excluding legacy passive assets, improved significantly. This gives Naspers much more financial flexibility to fuel its future growth. From an analyst's perspective, 2025 wasn't just about revenue growth. Naspers became operationally profitable, a clear signal that its strategy of building and operating digital businesses is genuinely paying off. So what's next for Naspers? The company is strategically shifting its identity. It's moving from being primarily a passive investor to becoming an operating-first technology company. Its future growth will be driven by several key initiatives. First, expanding its global e-commerce footprints, especially in Latin America, Europe, India, and other emerging markets. Second, scaling its food delivery and classifieds operations worldwide, using AI and its powerful tech infrastructure to optimize them. Third, continuing to invest in fintech and digital payments, while also exploring adjacent online services like media and digital marketplaces that can leverage their existing tech stack. And finally, with a much stronger and more stable balance sheet, Naspers is in a great position to support acquisitions, integrate new platforms, and deliver returns to shareholders through things like share buybacks. What gives Naspers its competitive edge? There are several key strengths. First is its diversified and global portfolio, spread across high-growth internet verticals and geographies. This reduces risk and opens up multiple avenues for growth. Second is its strong financial turnaround. The 2025 results, with the shift to positive operating profit, rising cash flow, and healthy core earnings, prove the business model is working. Third is its technology-first mindset and platform capabilities. Its infrastructure for digital payments, logistics, marketplaces, and AI allows it to build scalable, repeatable businesses across different countries. Fourth is its balance sheet strength and capital flexibility, which gives it the firepower for future investments, acquisitions, or shareholder returns. And finally, Naspers has a powerful first-mover advantage in many emerging and growth markets like Africa, Latin America, and India. It combines deep local knowledge with global capital and technology, which is a very potent combination. Of course, no company operates without competition and challenges. Because Naspers spans so many different sectors, its competition varies by business line. In classifieds and marketplaces, it competes with both global giants and strong local platforms. In e-commerce and food delivery, it's up against a mix of local and global players in each region. Here, margin pressure and high operational costs, especially in logistics, remain a significant challenge. Even with its recent profitability, flawless execution and achieving massive scale are absolutely critical. In fintech and payments, it faces competition from global fintech firms and local payment providers, all while navigating complex regulations and the need for local adaptation. Naspers has successfully transformed itself from a South African media firm into a globally diversified, tech-driven internet company. Its strong 2025 results show that this transformation is not just a strategic ambition, it's a reality, and it's working. It's a company that built scale across continents, skillfully adapted to the new digital economy, and is now delivering real, tangible profitability. As global internet adoption continues to grow and digital consumption spreads like wildfire in emerging markets, the companies most likely to succeed are those with diversified, tech-first, and scalable models. Naspers is positioning itself to be one of those companies. The next chapters of its story may very well shape how the entire internet economy evolves across the world's most dynamic markets. Thanks for watching this episode of One Week One Listed Company. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell of WAF Africa so you don't miss our next deep dive. See you next time.